Let's add some custom story map actions to an existing story map. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another tutorial. Before you continue to watch, please take a moment to hit subscribe below if you haven't already. So today we will have a really quick tutorial on creating and customizing story map actions in your existing ArcGIS Online Story map. In my last tutorial for my story map series, we created a simple story map which will actually be used today. So you can check out that creation at the top of this video right now. Anyhow, let's get into today's topic. So as I mentioned, we will create and configure story map actions for an existing story map. The map journal template was used to create our initial story map, so now we will add actions. Story map actions are configured at the side panel. So this is where you have all your narrative. It allows a viewer to interact with the main stage. So that's your image, your video, or your web map. A viewer can interact with a map on the main stage by zooming, toggling a layer, displaying a pop-up, or any combination of these. Actions can also display a new map, image, video, web page, or even open another application or even a story map. And actions can also be used to create links to different sections. So now the first thing I want to do before applying a story map action is to actually show you how to apply a web page link to an external web page that will open in a new window when a viewer selects the link. We go to Edit our section, and under the Side Panel tab, we highlight the text we want to apply the web link to and include this info. But what if you don't want your viewer to navigate away from your story map at all? Then you can create a story map action which opens the web page inside your story map by following these steps. One thing you would probably realize is that these actions aren't readily seen unless you are really looking. In other words, the text doesn't jump out and say, click me, click me. So what can we do about that? You can actually customize your action buttons to appear a bit more obvious. This does require a bit of coding, but it's really not too bad. If you follow along, you'll be okay. So the buttons that I will need to highlight will need to have a story map action. You could literally just change the color of the text itself when you are editing the side panel. So that's another option for you if you don't want the highlight box, but still want your text to stand out. So in my example, I want to highlight wooden utility pole as an orange button. First thing I would do is to apply a story map action to this text. Upon setting my action, I move to the source button, and you can see that a code has been applied to my action. So we want to add a class button that will appear orange, followed by an actual shade of orange. I have a code from a previous story map, so I'll copy and paste it over here. I'll also include it in the description box below for those who need it. I apply my code for the class button being orange, and right before the actual text wooden utility pole, I apply the code for the style and the color of the orange button. What if you want to do something similar but with a different color? You can use this same code by just swapping out the color name and code as necessary. So I'll show you with the word steel poles. I want to create a blue button for steel poles this time. So again, I copy the same code that I used for the orange button and place it right ahead of the text, steel pole, in the source code. I add the class button code. This time it will be blue. And I just search for a random blue color code on Google, and I copy and paste this code to replace the particular number or ID number for the orange. So let's see how that turns out. In upcoming tutorials, look out for more from ArcGIS Online and ArcGIS Pro. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this tutorial with a friend or colleague who you believe would benefit from this information. Also, leave a comment down below to let me know how you like the tutorials, or if you have any other tutorials that you'd like to see. Thanks again, and see you next time.